you. Still get the coffee. Two of the boys already. Gonna do some breakfast. Rock on today's adventure. Close to Captain's Island. Look, it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. We're all into her. Yeah. So we stopped here at Beagle Bay, a bit of lunch. Gonna go and check out this apparently church. Have a bit of a look. Couple of donkeys. There we are, Signet Bay Pearl Farm. Got to go on a couple of different tours. Getting there, ready to wait to head off.
You can feel this one. Got a bit of weight to it. So humans have been captivated by the beauty of the mother of pearl since the beginning of time. We're the first Australians, amongst the first people in the world, to harvest and collect the mother of pearl shell. And evidence has shown that we've been doing so for more than 22,000 years. So along the Pilbara and Kimberley coast, with the indigenous tribes, they used to harvest the mother of pearl shell, mainly for ceremony, cultural purposes, also for trade. But the main reason was food. Yeah? So guys, what we're looking for as indigenous people is basically the natural teardrop shape. So just a natural teardrop shape in here. So in the past, if my old people was to find natural pearls in a wild oyster, they would just chuck those ones away. It's got no importance to us. What's important to us is just a natural teardrop shape. And again, with my people, we wear this one between the crutch. Yeah? Whereas every other indigenous tribe wear it as a necklace. Because as you see, we had access to big shells. So, our father I have here is Mr. Mr. Bruce Biggin, and he's one of our master carvers out here in the Dampier Peninsula, and he still carves his family stories onto the mother of pearl shell. He's one of only 5 men that still carves the oyster, so it's a dying art form. So again guys, what we're looking for is just the natural teardrop shape, then it becomes a ridgy. Yeah? So mate, old people want to make sure that shell nice and smooth. You don't want that one chafing up. Yeah? And I'll sit on that whetstone and gradually grind him down. Another thing in the Dampier Peninsula, fellas, a lot of Europeans think all indigenous people do rock art. In the Dampier Peninsula, no rock art. Our canvas is the mother of pearl shell. Yeah? So Europeans first discovered the Pinctada maxima when they saw the indigenous men wearing this luxurious shell and realized that there were fortunes just waiting out there on the sea floor. So began fishing for the mother of pearl shell. So the first industry was all about the shell. So basically textiles, buttons, where buttons put broom on the world map. So around 1910, the broom's mother of pearl fishing industry peaked, where broom was exporting some 80% of the world's mother of pearl for the button industry. Some 400 luggers worked out at Broome, and over 300 men worked here at Signet Bay, at Shenzhen's Bluff, at the old lugger camp. But like Broome and many other camps in the area, all that remains today is a cemetery. Yeah? So mate, it was buttons that put Broome on the world map, never pearls. Yeah? Good old buttons. So during the mother of pearl fishing industry, divers would go down with hard hat diving suits, weighing around 80 kilos. So they had copper helmets, canvas suits, and lead boots, allowing them to reach the sea floor to collect the large mother of pearl shell. So the gentleman in this suit is Mr. Freddie Corpus, and he is still alive today. He'll be 94 years old this year. So he's one of the original hard hat divers and one of the very lucky ones as well. When we say lucky fellas, he's still alive. So another byproduct that came from the mother of pearl fishing industry was your natural pearl. Where Australia was exporting some 65% of the world's natural pearl that was highly sought after by royalty and the very rich. You have to remember, there was no industry in the world that was out there looking for natural pearls. That industry never existed. It was just for the button industry. So the natural pearl was just a byproduct. So the gentleman I have here is Mr. Koichi Mikimoto of the Mikimoto pearls. So Mr. Mikimoto and his team perfected the art of pearl cultivation with the Pinctada furcata, a small species of oyster that produces small pearls. Although Mr. Mikimoto and his team unlocked the secrets of how to cultivate pearls, he spent more than 2 decades trying to convince the global market that cultured pearls were real. Yeah? So fellas, he spent 10 years of his life experimenting and another 20 years trying to convince everyone that cultured pearls were real. Yeah? So mate, that's what started the whole pearl cultured industry around the world, your Pinctada furcata. So guys, now we come to our story here at Cygnet Bay. And our story begins in 1946 with Mr. Dean Brown, the founder of Cygnet Bay Pearls, where he purchased a lugger at Fremantle and set sail to the Kimberleys to pursue his dream of becoming a pearler. So he set up base at Shenton's Bluff at the old lugger camp, and he worked alongside the local Bardi Jawi men, fishing for his wild oysters, also hunting the crocodile for his skin and meat. But his mother of pearl fishing days would be short-lived. So with the invention of plastic, saw the end of demand for the mother of pearl buttons. So basically overnight, the whole industry collapsed. So at the time, the pearling masters abandoned their business and basically walked away. So this left a lot of men high and dry without work back in Broome. So a lot of those South Sea Islanders and Asian men that came over, many of them returned home. But a lot of these men stayed out here in the peninsula and back in Broome and married into indigenous families. So today, we're very multicultural, very Asian influenced. So this is saying up here in the peninsula and back in Broome, and the saying is, if you don't know how to cook rice, you're not from the area. Yeah, we're too Asian influenced today. Also guys, in 1959, Mr. Brown brought up one of his sons, Mr. Lyndon Brown, who was 21 at that time, studying zoology to come to the Kimberleys and try to unlock the secrets of how to cultivate pearls. So Mr. Lyndon Brown was dropped at the front beach right here at Cygnet Bay with around 500 shells. And his father said, son, go out there and try to unlock the secret. So Mr. Lyndon Brown spent a year here at Cygnet Bay researching and developing his pearl culturing technique. So in 1960, he became the first European man to successfully cultivate a loose pearl. With Mr. Lyndon Brown, he had no influence by Japanese pearling technicians. He learnt it all on his own, so fully Australian. So during the early 60s, Lyndon was joined by his brother Bruce and Bruce's wife Alison, and the two brothers worked alongside each other for many years, with eventually Mr. Bruce Brown taking over the family business. So guys, now we see our third generation of pearler. So this is Mr. James Brown, son of Bruce and Alison, and my oldest childhood friend. So James and I both went to primary school in this building. Once we finished primary school, we both went off to boarding school. Once James finished boarding school, he went to the James Cook University in Queensland to study his marine biology degree. Once receiving his degree, he returned home to start work on the family business. But his parents told him, you have to start from the bottom. So he started chipping shell first, worked his way up, today our current manager. Yeah? So guys, thanks to our grandfathers, uncles, dads, today James and I has actually traveled to every cultured pearl farm on earth. Yeah? So Google got nothing on me. Yeah? Absolutely nothing. Yeah? So now guys, we're putting on that short film. Gills being filter feeders. Yeah? The white bit is the abductor muscle, just helps open and close the oyster, also known as pearl meat, and we sell our pearl meat for around $200 a kilo. Yeah, so another great byproduct. You get your other organs in here, your heart, your liver. So the white bit you see just in there, the common name is the gonad. Yeah, so it's the gonad. So it was Mr. Koichi Mikimoto and Mr. Lyndon Brown to make an incision into the gonad using the mantle tissue from a donor oyster. So they would select an oyster that secretes a lot of liquid nacre and sacrifice this one. So guys, they would then cut out rectangular slits, yeah, cut them into small millimeter squares, make an incision into the gonad, placing the nucleus along with the donor mantle tissue. So that's how you produce your cultured pearls. Yeah? So guys, to create cultured pearls, you're basically using 3 oysters. Yeah? So oyster number 1 is just the host holding everything in place. Oyster number 2, piece of donor mantle tissue. Yeah? Oyster number 3 being a nucleus. And the nucleus coming from the Mississippi mud mussel from the Mississippi River in the United States. Yeah? So 3 oysters to produce 1 cultured pearl. And 2 years being the maximum that all cultured pearl sits in that pearl sack. Yeah? Because a lot of people think you're gonna leave it in longer, it's gonna grow bigger. Yeah? It doesn't work out that way. Yeah? Anything after 2 years, the pearl sac will rupture, fellas, pearl will fall out, end up in the bottom of the ocean. Yeah? So just the 2 years. Yeah? Come out and let you have a look at that one. Yeah? So guys, just to get you guys heads around the pearl cultured industry. Yeah? So each nucleus, yeah, each seed on the first seeding starts off in 2 millimeters in size. So 2 mil. Yeah? So the amount of nacre coats each nucleus between 6 and 8 mils thick. Yeah? So 2 plus 6 equals 8, 2 plus 8 equals 10. Yeah? So theoretically, the first pearl that comes out, yeah, between 8 and 10 mil in size. Yeah? So 8 mil nucleus, mate, 8 mil pearl come out, 8 mil nucleus goes in. Yeah? Keep doing maths. Yeah? So mate, 8 plus 6 equals 14, 8 plus 8, 16. Yeah? 10 mil, 16, 18. Yeah? So theoretically, guys, the second pearl that comes out, yeah, between 14 and 18 mil in size. Yeah? Theoretically, though. Yeah? Theoretically. So guys, this little sand myth, yeah, that sand myth that everyone grew up believing that grain of sand produces a natural pearl, yeah. So mate, that little crab, yeah, he automatically kills the sand theory. Yeah. So that little crab right there, mate, yeah, he automatically kills the sand theory. Just in here, mate. Yeah.
What a beauty.
Yeah. So that little crab, guys, he's the housekeeper and the security guy. Yeah. So what do housekeepers do? Keep their house clean. Yeah. So if a grain of sand gonna fall in, mate, he's gonna chuck it out. Yeah. So he kills that sand theory. So there's another little fella there, mate. So this sat in nature, guys. Yeah. Piece of the oyster itself falls into the mantle tissue. Yeah. Oyster's natural defense is to coat that irritant with mother of pearl, mate. Over time, just reject it. Yeah. So what natural pearls are, guys, is just an irritation within the oyster. Yeah.
How many more pillies is there?
Well, I've still got my two.
No, fucking beautiful.
So we're here at Signet Bay. Would have seen us yesterday afternoon on the out on the boat. These are our rooms. Obviously should have done it last night, but anyway, get a little welcome note. Yeah, called a safari tent. Pretty cool. Got a little room in here. Coffee. Little fridge. Walk around this side. Got the shower, bathroom, shower in here. Got some of these cool little things. Yeah, pretty flush. Oh, this is a safari tent on the outside. Quite a lot of them here. Nice sort of scenery too.